Hey folks, this scene kind of common out in the western part of the valley tonight. We're looking down at sleet. This is from Melissa Zentuche. Thank you for sending this to us from Garciasville. A bunch of it landing, and an accumulation might be an overstatement, but there's some there and it piles up in a few places. So at least in some spots, we're seeing kind of a small accumulation of sleet. This is the radar over the past few hours. Look at all this stuff moving in from the west. The radar indicates snow and sleet, but you remember that radar beam's coming out of Brownsville, and it, because the earth turns, the earth is curved. It's quite a ways above the ground out here. So up in that cloud, it's seeing snow, it's seeing sleet, but as it falls down to the ground, a lot of it is melting, and we're ending up with light rain and drizzle. But in a few places, we're actually getting some sleet falling, and that's been the case in the western half of the valley the last hour or so. And as the night goes on, the whole atmosphere cools a little more. We might actually see a few snowflakes be able to make it to the ground. This is what FutureTrack says. By 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, the whole valley's got it up in the clouds, and at least some of it by that point likely to reach all the way down here. So you'll wake up, if you're up early, to probably a few snowflakes and maybe some minor accumulations in a few spots. Now by 11 o'clock, it's all moving away. Still cloudy, but by afternoon, even the clouds move out. We see some brightening, and that helps temperatures warm back up close to 50 tomorrow afternoon, and then we start cold again Saturday because skies are clear now, so the temperatures drop back in the 30s, and Saturday afternoon the sun comes back out. We're up closer to 60 on Saturday afternoon. But here are the advisories. We've been talking about these all day. It's important that you note a wind chill advisory in effect until 8 a.m. It feels like it's in the 20s in most locations. We'll look at that in a moment. Winter storm warning for Starr County, Zapata, Jim Hog, and Brooks counties. As much as 2 inches of snow possible in that area. And really, it's kind of the western half of Starr County, not the whole county, because I think the heavier stuff will stay to the west. Move eastward to Hidalgo, Willacy, and Cameron County. Perhaps as much as an inch of snow, but for the most part, it's just melting wet snowflakes as they come down. But in some places, especially on some cold car tops and things like that, you could see as much as an inch accumulate. Wind chill, it'll feel like it's 25 to 30. Now your rain chances stay with us until midday tomorrow, and then after that, it goes away and we're dry for a while. Here are the current temperatures, and they're going down. Everybody in the Western Valley now in the 30s, including 35 in Rio Grande City, 39 McAllen, 38 Weslaco. Lower Valley should cool the next couple of hours as well. Add the wind in, here's what it feels like. Right around 30, give or take a couple. It's a cold night out there. Our lows should all be in the 30s overnight tonight. Cold temperatures across the area. Then tomorrow, as the sky brightens late in the day, temperatures back in the upper 40s and low 50s, but not exactly a warm day. It's still chilly across the area. Normal 74, nowhere close tomorrow at 49, but then we're back to 66 with sunshine on both Saturday and Sunday, keeping in mind that both mornings, especially Saturday, will be quite cold. It's been snowing in Austin tonight. It's been snowing in San Antonio tonight, back into the hill country. We've seen snow in Cotulla. We've seen snow in Eagle Pass, Carrizo Springs. Temperatures are cold enough across most of the state for snow. We're now in the 30s as well. We were the lone holdouts, a little bit too warm for it for quite some time. If you're, for some reason, headed to the beach, it's going to be 42 in the morning, northwest winds at 28, a gale warning in effect, UV's low, rip currents high. Water temperatures have dropped into the 60s. Gale warning stays in effect through the daytime tomorrow. It's just going to be miserable, but, you know, still looks. Look out the window, see the beach, watch the waves, right? Seas 10 to 14 feet tomorrow, the bay rough. So a few melting snowflakes tonight. Some may stick in a few spots, so you may end up with as much as a couple of inches of snow in the western part of the valley, eastern part of the valley, not more than an inch, most places less than that. In the morning, still some stuff left over the first part of the day, but by afternoon it goes away. Sky brightens. We reach 49 for a high. The weekend, look, we started 35 Saturday morning. Could be some frost Saturday morning. Then we're back in the 60s each afternoon. Then next week up closer to 70. So this, our coldest night of this mess tonight and tomorrow night. After that, we begin the warming trend. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast. Joel.